So, now it's time for us to talk about the big news of the week. And without a doubt, the biggest news story has got to be the NBC Jay Leno announcement.
Mind-blowing.
Everybody was wondering what was going to happen to Jay Leno when it was time for him to leave The Tonight Show. I mean, NBC honestly didn't really want to lose him because whether you're a fan of him or not, he still brings in the ratings.
Kind of. Late night ratings, what, like a 4 share?
Yeah, but he's the highest rated. I'm not really a fan of Leno, and I was thrilled when I heard Conan was taking over The Tonight Show. That meant I didn't have to wait till 12:30 to see Conan. I could see him at 11:30.
Yeah.
But now comes word that NBC is going to move Jay Leno into primetime. He's going to take over the 10 o'clock spot every night, Monday through Friday, and pretty much do sort of the same show, I guess.
For an hour.
For
a whole hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess he's gonna do somewhat of the same show, still have the headlines, the jaywalking, he'll have the monologue, Kevin will still be there with the same band. I did hear him this morning. He did an interview with Ryan Seacrest on the radio this morning, and he said that they might get rid of the desk. He wants to do some more stuff out of the studio, some more skits like that. They probably will still be getting the big star, guests to come and promote whatever they're promoting. But I have to say, when I first heard the announcement, I was a little upset about it. Because number one, like I said, I'm not the biggest Jay Leno fan. And so, I wasn't happy that he was going to stick around. I mean, frankly, he's a terrible interviewer. He really is a terrible interviewer. And I never thought he was that funny. But that's just because he doesn't get into my style of humor. I'm more a David Letterman person. But, and then I felt like it was a slap in the face to Conan.
No, it is. That's the first thing I thought of. It's a huge slap in the face for Conan.
Like, they were putting him in the marquee spot. They were giving him the Tonight Show at 11:30, and I just felt like, they didn't want to get rid of Jay, but they couldn't not give the job to Conan because Conan has a clause in his contract where if they didn't give him the Tonight Show, they said they were going to give it to him. If they did not give it to him, then they would have to pay him a ridiculous amount of money, like $50 million.
I'd be like that. Tell me, I'll take the $50 million. That's fine.
Right, but they're not going to pay that out, especially not in this economy.
No.
But, so I thought it was a slap in the face to Conan. But I have to say, Conan, he's a little more gracious than I am. So when they made the announcement on his show that night, he had really great things to say about Jay. He's happy about it. Now, of course, he's not going to go on his show and say, F NBC and F Jay Leno. But that would have been a great show.
No, I would have loved to see that.
But he had nothing but nice and gracious things to say. So I guess we should sort of follow his lead. I see from a business standpoint, NBC, they are in last place. They're having terrible... Do they even have a primetime lineup? Can they call it a primetime lineup? I mean... What was once their flagship show is falling apart, so...
Yeah. I'm going to write more about this in the blog, so go to our blog. I'll have a huge blog about that.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to talk about is we're going to hand another D-Bag award out.
Yeah.
And this week it's Frank Spotnitz from the X-Files franchise.
Yeah.
He recently did an interview where he said the reason X-Files 2 wasn't a huge hit was because of Batman.
Really?
Yeah, he said that, here's what he said. He said that I Want to Believe should have been a hit based on its quality and on the genre as a scary movie. And he said, our theatrical performance this summer notwithstanding, I think X-Files is still a natural for theatrical release. We just opened the wrong week. The week after The Dark Knight, I think, was just not the right week for us. Really? Like, here's what I think. The movie did bad because it sucked. It was horrible. I saw it like the first day it came out. I was so excited.
That's crazy talk.
And it was horrible.
That is crazy talk. To think that a movie would do bad because of the quality of the movie.
Yeah, no. So apparently it's all Batman's fault. Like,
yeah.
So,
right. I can tell you that I went to Comic-Con the weekend that the X-Files movie came out, and I didn't run into one person there who was talking about it and was anticipating like, oh, we're all going to go out tonight and see it. We can't wait. And that is the crowd that's going to be excited about an X-Files movie. And there was no excitement about that movie. Yes, everybody was talking about Dark Knight. But,
Well, they didn't put a trailer out till, like, the very last minute. They didn't do any, like, viral things for it.
Because they knew they had a bad movie. They didn't want to get any buzz started because it all would have been bad buzz. So, yeah, this guy...
So, we'll be talking about at least I will be talking about X-Files in a few weeks. before January 1st, so that
Yeah.
should give you a little
Yeah.
clue of what we're going to talk about.
Yeah,
So.
that guy
I don't even want to talk
definitely
about that guy anymore.
D-bag of the week. Did you have more news you needed to
No, I
discuss?
think we're good. Well, we do have news on Heroes.
Oh, yes.
So if you want to drop the big news on Heroes.
Well, if you didn't see Monday's episode, spoiler alert, but we did find out that Arthur Petrelli is not Siler's father,
Yes.
in the most awesome kick-ass way, by the way. But they have casted Siler's father, and it's going to be John Glover.
Who I love.
Most recently playing Lionel Luthor on Smallville, but he played the devil in a fantastic show called Brimstone.
And he was on that really great episode of Criminal Intent that Stephanie still has not watched, that I tell her to watch like every day from like 6 months ago.
I keep looking for it on USA and Bravo. Eventually they're going to show
and
it.
I saw it again in a repeat, and I was going to call Stephanie like, it's on! Watch it!
So he's going to play Siler's father, so it's going to be
Great
interesting to see
casting.
what is going on. I mean, honestly, Siler is the only thing keeping that show alive.
I have a few other thoughts on this last episode of Heroes, but I'll blog those too, so it's a nice little tease, so you have to go to our site to see if you want.
Just one quick thing is, I'm excited to see him embrace his full evilness
Yeah,
again.
no, I am too.
Yeah.
I am too.
So, Tim, Christmas coming up.
Yes,
The
our holidays are coming up.
Kwanzaa.
Yes.
And maybe you might want to give our viewers a few gift ideas.
Okay, I have a gift idea. It is Psych Season 2.
The
I actually got it for
funniest-
$14, so
Funniest show.
I love the show. It's like, as soon as I got home, I ripped it open. I watched the first episode, which is American Duos, where they
Yeah.
went on the American Idol show. That has great episodes like Black and Tan, which is, you love that episode.
Black and Tan.
Lights, Camera, Homicido, which was a good one.
Yeah.
And my favorite, Shaun and Gus of the Dead, which was, I laughed so hard.
I really think there's a hilarious season. Every episode is funny. Psych season.
So you can
two,
find it
that's
for about
good.
$20 probably, and it's there's 15 episodes. It's about 11 and a half hours worth of stuff on here. The only downside is the commentaries are pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't, listen to a few commentaries. They're pretty bad. Like, there's pauses and there's so there's but withstanding,
On my list, I don't have it with me because I'm still waiting for Santa to deliver it, but is the complete series of Charmed, which, it's one of my favorite shows. You can laugh at me all you want, but it is one of my favorite shows.
Okay.
I love it. It ran for 8 seasons, so clearly I'm not the only person who likes it.
There's a lot of idiots in this world.
But the reason that I'm talking about it is I saw the packaging in the store, and I think it's really brilliant packaging because if you've ever seen an episode of the show, they're sisters, they play witches, and whenever they have to fight a demon or whatever, they go to what they have called the Book of Shadows, which has other spells and things about demons in it. So they made the packaging look like the Book of Shadows from the show, and so they used actual illustrations from the real book and everything. So the packaging is really great. I saw it in the store. I'm waiting to see if Santa's gonna deliver it, but I feel like for fans, diehard fans of the show, it really is what they've been waiting for.
And you'll get a lump of coal instead.
How dare you? You know what? Just for that, it's time for Stump the Host.
Uh-oh, here we go. All right.
So,
okay, I'm ready.
continuing with our award season coverage.
Okay, hit me.
This year, the Golden Globes is not honoring with the Cecil B. DeMille Award Steven Spielberg. So,
Okay.
my question is, can you tell me how many Golden Globes has Steven Spielberg won? And if you want to go for the bonus points, you can tell me what for.
Oh, wow. I know he won for Saving Private Ryan. Maybe he got something for Schindler's List. I don't think he got anything for Jurassic Park. Maybe for Jaws. Maybe for E.T. I'm going to guess 5.
So you can say he's won 5 Golden Globes.
Oh, 1.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 2.
You're correct. He
Yes!
has won 2. He has won 2.
Schindler's List and Saving Private Ryan?
Fortunately,
No!
Saving Private Ryan.
Woo!
So, you got that one. Well done.
Thank you. So,
If you were
good to end
thinking
the
of how many he's nominated for, it's like
oh, yeah, I couldn't think
it's
of
a
it.
cajillion.
So, and the show on a high note, Tim's the winner. We already have a ton of things. We have this huge list of things we're going to talk about next week. So we've got a lot to talk about. So next week,
nonstop.
same bat time, same bat channel. We're going to do a quick turnover. So you're going to see us every week now. It's crazy. So be prepared.
Okay,
All right?
thanks.
Thank you.